So today we'll write the TestNG programs to create a new package. For this, I'll create a new package. I'll select all the annotations and I'll show you how to do that. So choose an option, TestNG option here. If you want to create a new TestNG class, you have to use create a TestNG class option is there. TestNG. Then you will get option create TestNG. Okay, create TestNG class. Source folder, we have to choose our project name. Package name we will give TestNG programs, and class name, you mention the class name, what class name you want to give. So I'm going to do data driven testing here. So I'll open the Google website, then I'll perform a search operation with a different keyword. All the different keywords we're going to give in the data provider annotation, and that I will supply to test method. That simple search results we need to fetch each and every keyword. That's what the scenario we're automating. So Google search data driven test. So I'll take all the annotations. I want to show you order of execution for you. So that's why I'm taking all the annotations. Choose all the annotations. Click on finish. See the classes, but all are throwing error. Why? So don't worry. Import the TestNG in our package, in our project. Add TestNG library. Just mouse over on this error. Add TestNG library. You do that. Once it is added, all the errors are gone. Now, so see at the test annotation, before method, after method, data provider, before class, after class, before test, after test, before suit, after suit annotations. I don't need all of them, but I want to show you the order of execution. That's why I have taken all of them. First thing is you have to declare WebDriver as a global variable. Declare WebDriver as a global variable. Private. So WebDriver as a global variable. You don't need to give a static because these are all non-static methods. So you just non-static variable you can declare the driver variable. Same you can declare WebDriver weight also. WebDriver weight. So weight equal to null. So import the WebDriver weight also. So the first steps you have to do on JUnit and TestNG framework. You have to make your driver variable global variable so that you can use in all the methods. And so I'll start from this after suit and before suit, right? So you want to log the messages. In the TestNG, we have an option reported.log. You don't need to use a system.out.println. Reported.log is there. So reporter.log. Reporter is a class, log is a method, static method. So you can log your messages using this reporter.log. Is automatically equals to system.out.println. Started executing the before suit annotation. So import this reporter from org.testng. Next, I'll write few more reporter.log. Write the message. This annotated method will be executed before the suit. So that's it. Same thing you write for after suit also. After suit annotation block. This annotated method will be executed after the suit. After the suit, it will execute. And so before test. So let's see those things also. Before test, after test. So I'm doing the same thing here also. Started executing the before test annotation block. This annotated method will be executed before the test tag inside classes. Test tag inside classes test method. This will execute, and this is the after test. And this annotated method will be executed after all the classes, after all the classes inside the test tag. This is the tag level. These two are the tag level. So in the before class, I'll just launch my browser. Okay, reporter.log. Maybe you can change this before class to maybe launch the browser. This method name you can change. Any name you can give for these methods. So it's up to you, but annotation should not change. That's the only point you need to catch. Started executing the before class annotation. These are all one time only it will execute. Before class, before test, before suit, all one time only they will execute. It won't repeat now. So here my code I will write. So all the browser code I'll write. This is the browser code, right? This code will write. This copy paste here. That's it. Maybe you can write all this reporter.log. Maximize the browsers and say reporter.log. Add implicit wait. So reporter.log. Verify the create object for WebDriver wait object. Okay. So that's the WebDriver wait object we need to create. So that's the thing I'm doing in the after class. So I'll just close my browser. Okay, and reporter.log. All these reporter.log messages you will see in the reports. The HTML reports, you can see these messages. I'll show you all of them. Started executing the @ after class. So annotation block. Finally, close the browser. Reporter.log. Close the browser. If driver is not null, then close it. Driver.quit I can. That's a code we have to write after class. Before class is done. Now before method. So I'm going to before method and after method. So before method, I'll just launch my URL. I'll open the URL, right? So let's open the URL. Reporter.log message I want to write here because I want to see before method how many times it will execute. So reporter.log, you can just say before method executed each test method before. This annotated method will be executed before each test method. So before each test method, first this will execute. This annotated method will be executed before each test method. Each, how many test methods are there? That test method execution before first this code will execute. So let's write launch the browser. So reporter.log, open the URL, open the Google URL. So how can you open? Driver.get, and you can see here https google.com is the website. We can do that. And same, you can verify the page title, right? So verify the page title. Reporter.log, wait for the page title Google. So I'll add assertions and also wait command. So wait dot until expected conditions dot title is. I'll take up the title is Google, and assert dot assert equals. So from TestNG you have to take assert equals. So I'll take up this. The actual is driver dot get title, because the actual is application title, and this one is what you are expecting. So Google. So this is the TestNG assertion. Assert dot assert equals you have to use. That's the page title we are going to assert. Next, after method, I'll clear the cookies. After every test method, I'll clear the cookies. So the before method, after it will go to test method. Test method after it will come here after method. So this will execute. This annotated method will be executed after each test method. After each test method. So clear the cookies. So driver dot, so manage method dot delete all cookies. So this is the after method we have developed. Next, before going to test method, see how the mapping is happened here. @test data provider equal to the method name, data provider method name. This is the data provider method. Now, so data provider, let's implement, then we'll go to the test method. So in the test method, we have only one parameter I need to do. So this is search test. Okay, so this is the search test. Here one parameter is there. So my column value should be 1 here, and remaining all I'm deleting, and return keyword I'll keep down. So I have to create a two-dimensional object array. Create a two-dimensional object array. Two-dimensional. So data equal to new object, and I'll just give 3 sets of data. Okay, 3 sets of data I'm going to give and return the data. But we didn't keep the data, right? Let's store the data one by one. So we'll store the data. I'll store that first row. So 3 rows here. That means 3 sets of data I'm giving. One is first row. First row means so data 0, 0. That is, so I'm going to store selenium. Next, so first row, first column over. Only one column only, right? First row, first column. Now second row. So two-dimensional array. Second row, first column. Cypress tool I'm giving. Next, third row. So data, third row. So third row is I'll give a different tool, cucumber. Let me give the cucumber tool. So these are the 3 keywords I'm doing a search. So now this is stored in this data array, right? So data variable, data array variable, right? Data array variable, it is stored. So data array variable, it is stored. You can change this method name. I'll just put test data, and same name you provide there also, there in the test method. So @test data provider equal to test data. So how you are mapping? So this method name you are giving to test method, then this test method will get this parameter value from this data provider. So this values one by one will get, automatic iteration will happen. Now get the Google search. Anyhow, we have already, right? So I'll just get from typing onwards, I'll get it. So here onwards, I'll get it, and all this fetching till fetching the results, I'll just get it. Okay. So we don't want to waste time. That's why I'm just putting all the things. Okay. So this the reporter.log started executing the thread test method for search keyword. So that keyword I'll give. I'm not going to hard code. Plus yes, I'll put. So for yes, every time new keyword will come. So that's what we are doing. Then this also already reporter.log messages. So type the search keyword. So I'll give plus yes. I'm not going to hard code that. I'm not going to hard code that. You see, this keyword we are going to type, right? Plus is missing here. See that joining operator between variable and string. So this is the parameter and string. If you want to join, you need to use a plus operator. Plus operator you need to do. Then same thing, you write submit on the search box. So maybe you can enter, so entering the to key press. So you are doing pressing the enter key. So that also you can try pressing the enter key, something like that. Fetch the verify the search results page title. But here, see, I'm going to parameterize this. Selenium Google search will be the page title, not the same. What I'm going to do, I'll remove the Selenium. Before that, just S I will add, parameter name I will add. This parameter name I will add here. Then that will replace the every time and Google search will come. So that's how we are going to do a parameterization of your results. And then is all code same, right? So fetch the results count text per keyword plus yes. So which keyword you are fetching the results, that I'm just getting that here. Next, extract the only count from search results count text. So then search results count for See that again I am parameterizing this. Which keyword? So which keyword you need to tell that. So that keywords you can keep and count here. So end of that test case. So reported.log. I'll just put end of that. So this is the complete test case. Okay. So end of search test. And now Control A, Control Shift format. The code will be formatted. See, completely code is formatted. Now this is ready. So
the last print statement you put it system.println, Ramesh.
Yeah, this one we'll just change it to reported.log. Yes, reported. All you can replace with reported.log. This will show in the reports, not in the console. In console, it won't show any message here. Whatever you use reported.log. If you want to see console the message, you have to use system.out.println. Okay, remember that. And right click, run as TestNG test. Run as TestNG test we have to use. So it is going to take up each and every keyword how you have given. Whatever the keyword you have given, that keyword something wrong. Okay, so let's see where it is failed. Not failed. Okay, before method, and it should go to next before method annotation. Here it should launch a URL that should verify. Okay, so it's doing. Let's see what is the error it will throw. We need to see the error. Based on that, we'll take action. Okay, so failed. So don't worry. Let's see what are the failures. Timeout exception. Timeout expected condition failed. This Cypress Google search, but it didn't do that, right? It didn't go there. But current title is Selenium Google search. So it didn't go to back before method. It has to come here, and it didn't come. So why it didn't come back? HTTPS google.com. So that we need to see. Each test method after it should go automatically there, and why it is not going. This is correct only because we already logged in. We already first keyword is done. So in that no issues. So it should go to before method. And before method, why it is not? So test method after should come to that. Let's run it once again. That's what before method is going to. Yeah. Second time also Selenium. Something wrong.
Sir, send keys we are only sending only Selenium or
Send keys just press the enter key. That's it. There is no issues in that. You got the data right already. Yeah, it is doing. It's not iterating. Only same keyword it is taking. Why is like that? Data provider annotation object two-dimensional array data. It's correct only.
Sir, what about browser? May we need to change any browser?
Browser one time only, right? We don't need to change the browser.
Oh, here we don't need.
So we don't need to change. Yes, only the URL every time we need to open. That's it. Before method coming, then it should go to test method. The test method has to fetch the data from this data provider. String is okay. Got it. See that this line. I didn't automate this. I didn't use the parameterization. So what is that? I should not hard code this. I should use a parameter, right? So send case every time new keyword is coming, right? But I hard coded here before, and just now I change it to parameter name. That's the reason. Yeah, this time it will go. So this all we have to be very careful while copy paste. Replace them properly. So send keys place you have to give the parameter name, not the keyword. See that before method executed. Now Cypress. Next time again before method cucumber. See all three test cases are so passed. You can see the report here. Test case passed, and you can see the report here. But this is the high level, very simple. But you can get a detailed report. Let's refresh your project. So right click on your project. Okay, right click on your project, refresh. Now we are not able to see test output folder, right? See, anywhere you are able to see test output folder here in this project? No, right? So no test output folder here. So now once you run successfully, or even failure also fine, right click, refresh. So after refreshing, you will see test output folder. See that? This is the test output folder. And go inside the test output folder. So first default suite. This is the folder in the test output folder inside. First report, default suite, default test.html. So this, you right click properties and take this value, copy this value, paste it in the any browser. Paste it in any browser. See, this is the report. Tests passed, failed, skipped. 3 tests passed, 0 skipped, 0 failed. And started on which date? So total time, how much it has taken? No groups, included groups, excluded groups, because we didn't use any groups concept. Now see the output. This is the output. Search test. So this is the complete output. You can see that. Okay. Next, show the output for second test. So this is for Cypress, and then search. So you can see the output completely. Whatever the log messages we are written, it will show here. So this is the how you can see the report. That's the first report. So because we didn't create any test suite file, that's why default suite file will create automatically. So that is what this one. The next report. First report, default test.html under default suite folder. If you haven't created any suite file, it will create automatically default suite by TestNG. So that name folder will come default suite. Second one, emailable-report.html. Second report. So emailable-report.html. So just copy this. So this report also you can see that. So you can go and paste it. Yes, test default test. Passed 3, skipped 0, retried 0, failed 0. Time 32 milliseconds. Included groups, excluded groups, and 3 tests are executed from this package and class name. And see that automatically all the log messages, you can see them, right? So this is the second emailable report. And third one is, so below only, just below only you can find index.html. You can find index.html. So this index.html you can copy and paste it here. So index.html. See, this is the where you will get your execution order also. So here results is all 3 test cases. Search test executed 3 times. That's a data-driven testing. Same test, but the parameters are changing, right? The keyword, the search keyword is changing. Now, chronological view. This is the chronological view. Which view it is executed? First before suite, then before test, before class, before method, first test method, then after method. Again cursor went to before method, then second test method, again after method, again before method, test method, after class, after test, after suite. This is the order of execution of your annotations if you take all of them. But we don't need all of them, right? We need only few, not necessary all. So that's the how to run this test case. Even you can see reporter output. See that each output you can see here. See that this is the output. So reporter output you can see, and let me show you XML file. Automatically default suite file is created. So this is the one. XML declaration. This is the XML declaration, and then suite tag gives stage development, name equal to default suite, test tag, thread count 5, verbose 2, name is default test, classes, class tag, name equal to package name dot our class name, automatically fetched. So this is the place this XML file is there. You can go and see this XML file in this location. This is the location. You can see this XML file. So this is the suit tag structure. Anybody ask, you tell. First start with the suit tag, then test tag, then classes tag and class tag, and close the classes tag, close the test tag, close the suit tag. It's the TestNg.xml suit file format, right? So these are all the 3 reports. We can see that. Any questions here? This is the test output folder. First time it won't show. Next time it will be there. Next time it will be there. So that's the how to do data-driven testing with the data provider annotation. So data provider annotation returns a object to dimensional array, return type method. It returns a object to dimensional array. So why you will use this data provider annotation? To store data, and for doing a data driven testing, we'll use this data provider annotation. You can supply this data to your test method. See, you are supplying this S value from this data provider method. So from this data provider, this test method will understand, okay, I need to fetch this S value from this data provider annotation. So automatically it will fetch the data from there. That's the scenario. How to do a data driven. Any questions before going to the next program? So next program we are going to do is ZK demo input. Here we are going to write a lot of @test methods. So many @test methods we are going to do here, so that you can understand how we are getting all these different test methods, how we can prioritize, how we can disable them, how can we run multiple times, how can we set a timeout. All these keywords I'm going to show with this site. Here you can see left side you have so many links are there. This is my landing page. So every time I land here, then from here I'll go to next page. So first I'll go to this button page, and I'll fetch all these buttons and I'll print them. This is the first test method. We'll do that. Okay, so let's do quickly this. I'll take only this copy and I'll reduce the time so that we can finish this at least one test method today. Just copy and paste it. ZK demo test. I'll put ZK demo test. So what do you need to do? ZK demo test. So ZK demo test. So click on OK. So select this ZK demo test, and I'll remove all other things. Okay, I don't want this also. Maybe I'll write later. Before method, after method I'll do that. I don't need all these things. Only before class, after class I'll keep, and before test 2, after test 2, before suit I don't need. Okay, so this as it is, browser launching, everything I need, so I'll keep it as it is. Now before method I need to open the URL, right? So let's open the URL. So what is the URL? Till this point I need to take. Every time I need to land here. So let's open this, go back and get this page title. This page title we need every time. So that page title I will validate. So inspect element and get the page title. This is the page title. Page title. Here is the title. You can take this title. Okay. So then in the test method, what I'm going to do, I'll write a description, just a description keyword. So what I'm going to write a description, fetch all buttons. So that's a test case. So I'll write button test. Okay. Started execute test method. So remove all these things. And so typing is not the one we are doing. So remove the typing also. So these all things we need to remove. I need to click on. So click on a button, the left panel. So click on button link in left panel. So that's what I'm going to do here. So you need to click on this button link, just open this. So I'm going to use selectors hub. So selectors hub I didn't use. Maybe I'll just click on this. I'll take link text I'll use. So here link text and button you give. So that button I'm going to click on it. So I clicked on the button. Now what will happen? It will go to next page, right? It will go to next page. Verify the that page title. So verify the page title. So once you click on this, it will go to next page. That page title you verify. So you can verify the page title. So go to head tag inside, look for title tag, look for title tag. So this is the title tag. Look for title tag, and so title contains, can give the title. So verify the. So this we don't need all these things. Just remove all these things. Okay. Now, so I need to fetch. So maybe you can use assertion also if you want. Assert dot assert true I will use. Assert true with the message I will use. Driver dot get page source dot contains, that's a string, right? That returns a string, and you can put a driver dot get title. So message you can put. So title is not matching. So title is not matching. Okay, that's it. And first thing is what we need to do. I need to fetch all the buttons. If you want to fetch all the buttons, what I need to do? You need to check each button is having which attribute, that is common locator, which one it is having, we need to find out. So first button is going to have input tag, right? Button tag. So button tag is there. So this button tag, you can see ID. In this website, ID will change dynamically. We should not use ID and name. So there is a class Z button is there. Type button is there. So let's analyze the second button. What is the second button concept? Class Z button, type button is there. So I observed this. For every button, class is common. So class is common. Based on the class, I'll fetch all these buttons into collection. So let's fetch based on the common locator I'm taking to fetch a group of elements. Common locator is, I found class is common. So we have a class locator. Based on the class locator, fetch all the buttons based on class name locator. Class name locator, you fetch all of them into collection. So list web element button list equal to, so button list equal to driver dot find elements. I need to take a find elements. Find dot class name, you give the class value. So this is the class value I'm using to fetch all the buttons into collection, list collection. So import the web element first. Import web element, then list also from java.util package. So done. Now once you iterate, so once you got all of them into collection, iterate them using, so for loop I'll iterate. So for each loop I'll tell you later. You can use for each loop, you can use iterator, anything, right? List can be iterated by 3 ways. Normal for loop or for loop, for each loop, iterator concept, anything you can use. Int I equal to 0. So I less than, so the button list. So button list dot size method and I plus. So then self print each button list. So button list dot, how can you get the each element? Each element, how can you get it? Which method you need to use to get each element? Get method you have to use. Get of I dot the text if you want. So you need to use get text method. Use get text method. That's it. So it will print each element, right? Each element it will print. So let's execute this. We'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll continue. So rest of the test methods I'll write. Browser is launched. Input paste. So done. See all the buttons. So you can see all the buttons. These are the button names, right? Button test is passed. And tomorrow we'll see rest of the test methods. Again, pop-up pulse I'm going to show. Frames also coming back again, once again I'll show that. Okay. So that's it. And any questions?